We've got a pretty good idea what the candidates believe, and you'd think that would be especially true this year. Joe Biden has been in politics for more than half a century. This is his third run for president. Since 1969, the year of the moon landing, Joe Biden has been yammering in public virtually without stopping, until this year. This year, the famously chatty Joe Biden has said almost nothing. His advisors claim that's because of COVID-19, but nobody believes that. Everybody knows why Biden won't appear in public. When he does emerge, things tend to get strange. Biden's words take on a kind of psychedelic quality. The sentences seem to be connected, yet at the same time they are strangely disjointed. Newspaper taxis appear on the shore. Rocking horse people eat marshmallow pies. It's mesmerizing to watch. You can almost make out the tangerine trees in the marmalade skies.
We thought in our administration we should lower the tax from the high 30s to 28%, then lower it to 21. I'm going to raise it back up to 28. Folks, it's not sufficient to build back. We have to build back better. That's what my plan is, to build back better. It's bold. These aren't somebody else's children. They're all our children. They're the children. Those children are the kite strings that hold our national ambitions aloft. The only entity, the only thing that can tear America apart is America itself. Period.
What does any of that mean? Honestly, we don't know, but Joe Biden doesn't either. It's all good, man. This is the candidate who could soon be president of the United States. Don't tell him that. It'll only make him anxious. The people around Biden, by contrast, are not anxious. They are completely in control. They know exactly what they want. And yesterday, they gave the rest of us a glimpse of what that is. The Biden campaign released a long document outlining its goals. It was written by Eric Holder, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Simone Sanders, among others. These are the people who will run the country if Joe Biden is elected in November. So what's their plan? Well, in a sentence, they'd like to make the rest of America very much like our biggest cities have become. Squalid, dangerous, chaotic, and unhappy. They'd like to do to your neighborhood what they have done to New York City. The main thing they've done to New York is make it scary. Violent crime is surging dramatically there, as we have told you night after night. And one of the main reasons for that is the elimination of cash bail. The city no longer holds the people it arrests. Criminals are in and out of custody immediately, and many, of course, go on to commit more crimes. It's nuts. The Biden campaign plans to abolish cash bail everywhere. No bail for any crime nationwide. Think about what that would mean. Americans are fleeing urban areas in huge numbers. Big cities are just too mismanaged. They're too dangerous. Unless you are very rich or very poor, you're getting out. New York City lost 53,000 people in 2019. They will lose far more than that this year. Most of these refugees have relocated to the suburbs, where they imagine they are safe from the effects of disastrous urban policy. But they're not. Democrats want to abolish the suburbs. They are too clean and nice, and therefore, by definition, they are racist. And the Biden campaign has highly specific plans on how to do this. It's called Affirmatively Furthering Fair Housing. It's a HUD regulation. It was written during the Obama administration. Biden's advisors plan to enforce it. They will cut off critical federal funds from municipalities unless those municipalities submit to federal control of urban planning. Towns will be ordered to abolish zoning for single-family housing because single-family homes, needless to say, are racist. Low-income, federally subsidized apartments will go up in the suburbs. It's a good bet you won't see any of this. You won't see projects being built in Aspen or Martha's Vineyard or anywhere else Eric Holder vacations. But in your neighborhood, oh yeah. Your kids' schools will change too. The Biden campaign has vowed to bring back Obama's lunatic Title IX rules. Colleges would once again ignore due process and the presumption of innocence and instead use kangaroo courts to assess sexual assault allegations on campus. Good luck to your sons. The country's K-12 schools, meanwhile, effectively will abandon classroom discipline. Schools that suspend students based on their behavior, rather than according to a strict racial quota system, will be punished for that. But you will have no choice but to keep your kids enrolled anyway, because Biden's campaign pledges to abolish all programs that provide parents vouchers or tax breaks to send their kids somewhere else. And then the Biden plan gets really ambitious. It would use the Federal Reserve to fix the, quote, racial wage gap. Central bankers will be encouraged to decide if you're being paid too much based on your skin color. Sounds like a great way to unite the country. One thing the Biden administration won't enforce is immigration law. The plan promises to end workplace immigration raids. That would mean corporations could bring in effectively unlimited amounts of low-wage illegal foreign labor. Good luck finding your son a job once he's bounced out of college by those kangaroo courts. You may think this all sounds too crazy to be real. Politicians, of course, make a lot of promises right before elections, and Biden would never actually do any of this because Democrats would be worried about losing the next election if they did. These are not popular programs. But the Biden people have thought this through, and their plan answers that question. It solves the problem. It includes citizenship and voting rights for all illegal immigrants currently living in this country. That's at least 22 million people. That means 22 million brand new voters spread out across 50 states. The vast majority of them will faithfully vote for the Democratic Party. And by the way, that's not even including all the new illegal immigration we will doubtless get with reduced border controls. The Biden campaign also promises a moratorium on deportations. So there it is. That's the Biden plan. It's not really a blueprint to govern the country. It is a promise to utterly remake the country, and more to the point, never surrender control of it again.